Welcome to Kuma English Listening Hub. Today we will talk about something colorful, tasty, and interesting. We will talk about farmers markets in cities. Maybe you have seen a farmers market before. Maybe you have seen people selling fruit and vegetables outside, under tents or small roofs. Maybe you have seen tables with bread, cheese, flowers, or honey. This is a farmers market. In this episode, you will learn what a farmers market is, why more farmers markets are opening in big cities, what people can buy there, how farmers markets can change life in a city. Listen carefully and try to imagine the pictures in your mind. This will help your English listening. What is a farmers market? A farmers market is a place where farmers and small food producers sell their products directly to customers. Usually it is outside. The farmers put their food on tables. People walk between the tables and choose what they want to buy. Farmers markets often happen only on 1 or 2 days each week. For example, every Saturday morning. Sometimes they are in a town square. Sometimes they are in a parking lot, a park, or a closed street. The important thing about farmers markets is this. There is no big supermarket in the middle. There is no big company between the farmer and the buyer. The farmer talks directly to the person who buys the food. What can you buy at a farmer's market? At a farmer's market, you can often find fresh fruit and vegetables. Many of them are seasonal. This means they grow in that season. For example, you find strawberries in early summer. You find pumpkins in autumn. You see many colorful apples in late summer and autumn. But that is not all. At many farmers markets, you can also buy fresh bread, sometimes still warm, cheese, often made on small farms, eggs from chickens that can walk outside, honey from local bees, homemade jam and pickles, meat or fish depending on the country, flowers and small plants. Sometimes, handmade soap or simple crafts. In some countries, you can also find street food at farmers markets. For example, hot soup in winter, or fresh juice in summer. Some markets have coffee stands. People buy a drink, walk around, and talk to friends. How is it different from a supermarket? Of course, supermarkets are very useful. They are open many hours. They have many products from many places. But farmers markets are different. Here are some differences. At a farmers market, most food is local. It comes from farms near the city. The food is often more fresh. Sometimes, the vegetables were picked only 1 day before. You can talk to the person who produced the food. You can ask, how did you grow these tomatoes? Do you use chemicals? There is usually less plastic. Many farmers use simple boxes, paper bags, or reusable bags. The atmosphere feels like a small festival. There is music sometimes. Families and friends walk together. In a supermarket, you usually move quickly. You choose your items and pay. At a farmer's market, people often walk slowly. They taste small samples. They stop and chat. It feels more social. Why are farmers markets growing in cities? In many countries, more and more people live in cities. They live in apartments. They are far from the countryside. They cannot see how food grows. At the same time, many people are more interested in what they eat. They think about health. They think about taste. They think about where their food comes from. Because of this, farmers markets are becoming popular. Let's look at some reasons. Reason 1. People want fresh and tasty food. Many people say that food from farmers markets tastes better. For example, a tomato from a farmer's market can be red and soft. It can have a strong smell. It can taste sweet. In a supermarket, tomatoes sometimes look perfect. They are round and hard. But sometimes they have less taste. Why is this? Supermarket food often travels a long distance. Farmers may pick fruit and vegetables when they are still a little bit green. They become red or yellow in a box, not on the plant. At a farmer's market, farmers usually pick their products when they are ready. They do not need to travel far, so the food can be more fresh and full of flavor. Reason 2. People want to support local farmers. When you buy food from a big supermarket, your money goes to many places. Some money goes to the supermarket company. Some money goes to people who move the food in trucks. Some money goes to the farmer. But when you buy directly from a farmer, more of your money goes to that farmer. Many city people like this. They feel they are helping small family businesses. They feel they are giving a face to the food they eat. Sometimes farmers at markets are happy to explain their work. They talk about their farm. They show photos. Some even invite people to visit. This connection can feel special. You are not only buying food, you are building a relationship. Reason 3, people care more about the environment. Some city residents worry about the environment. They want to reduce pollution. They want less plastic. They want fewer long truck journeys. Farmers markets can help with this. Food usually travels a shorter distance, so there is less fuel use. Many farmers use less packaging. Some farmers use organic methods. This means they do not use strong chemicals. Of course, not all farmers are organic. Not all markets are green. But many of them try to be kinder to nature. Reason 4, people enjoy the experience. Going to a farmer's market can feel like a small trip. You walk outside. You look at colorful food. You maybe listen to street musicians. You smell bread, coffee, and fresh fruit. For some families, visiting the market is a regular weekend activity. Children can see real vegetables, not only pictures. They can see carrots with green tops. They can see strange shapes. Maybe a very long cucumber, or a funny potato. People are not only shopping, they are enjoying their city. How farmers markets change city life. Farmers markets do not only give people food, they can also change feelings in a city. 1, they bring people together. At the market, you see different kinds of people, young and old, students and workers, families and people alone. Some talk to the same farmers every week. They say hello. They ask, "How are you?" Street musicians may play guitar or violin. Sometimes there is a small show for children. The market becomes a community place. 2, they give space to small businesses. At a farmer's market, you often see small food producers. For example, a person who makes special hot sauce, or a baker who makes only sourdough bread, or a family who makes goat cheese. For these small businesses, it can be difficult to enter a supermarket. There are many rules. The supermarket wants a lot of products every day. But at a market, they can start small. They can test their ideas. If people like their food, they can grow slowly. 3, they teach people about seasons. In a supermarket, many fruits and vegetables are always there. You can buy strawberries in winter. You can buy oranges all year. At a farmer's market, you often see the real seasons. In spring, you see green leaves. In summer, you see tomatoes and berries. In autumn, there are pumpkins and apples. In winter, there are more potatoes, onions, and cabbage. When you visit often, you learn to wait for your favorite season. You feel more connected to the natural year. Are farmers markets always better? Farmers markets have many good points, but they are not perfect. Let's look at some challenges. 1, prices. Sometimes, food at farmers markets is more expensive than in supermarkets. This is because small farmers cannot make very low prices. They have less land. They produce less food. This can be a problem for people with less money. So, some cities try to help. They create programs, they give discount cards, they help more people buy fresh food. 2, weather farmers markets are usually outside. So when it rains, it can be uncomfortable. When it is very hot or very cold, fewer people come. This is hard for farmers because they must still pay for the place at the market. 3, time farmers markets are often open only a few hours on 1 or 2 days. Many people work at that time. They cannot go. So supermarkets are still very important. They are open every day for many hours. Farmers markets around the world, farmers markets can be different from country to country, but the basic idea is the same. Let's look at some examples. In Europe, in many European cities, markets have a long history. People have sold food in town squares for hundreds of years. In France and Italy, Fresh markets are part of daily life in many towns. People buy bread, cheese, and vegetables several times a week. They like to choose what looks best that day. In Northern Europe, some markets are very modern. They have food trucks and coffee vans. They mix traditional farmers with new food ideas. In North America, in the United States and Canada, farmers markets have grown quickly in recent years. Many cities close streets on weekends for markets. Some markets are very large. You can find more than 100 different sellers. There are also cooking shows and workshops. People learn how to cook seasonal food. In Asia, in some Asian countries, open markets are normal. People buy fresh vegetables, meat, and fish every day. In big modern cities, there is now a new style of farmers market too. These markets focus on organic food. Many young people visit them. They like to try new healthy products. In other places in Latin America, Africa, and the Middle East, markets are often full of life, color, and sound. They may sell clothes and tools as well as food. Some of these markets are traditional. Others are more like the new style of farmers markets. They focus on local and natural food. How to enjoy a farmers market visit. If you have a farmers market in your city or town, you can try visiting it. Here are some simple tips to enjoy your visit. Go early if you can. In the morning, there are fewer people. The best fruit and vegetables are not sold out yet. Bring your own bag. A reusable bag or small cart is helpful. This way, you do not need many plastic bags. Walk around first. Do not buy at the first table. Look at the prices at different stands. Compare the quality. Talk to the farmers. Do not be shy. You can ask, "When did you pick these apples?" Or, "What is the best way to cook this vegetable?" Try something new. Maybe you see a vegetable or fruit you do not know. Ask the farmer about it. Ask how to cook it. You may find a new favorite food. Take your time. Remember, the market is not only for shopping. It is also for relaxing and enjoying the street life. Farmers, markets, and language learning. Visiting a farmer's market can also be a fun way to practice English or another language. If you live in an English-speaking country, you can use short sentences. For example, "How much is this? Can I try one? Do you have change? Is this sweet or sour? Is this organic?" You can also listen to how people talk. Listen to how they order. Listen to how they say numbers and prices. Even if your market is not in an English-speaking place, you can still use English in your head. You can look at a tomato and think, "This tomato is very red and round." You can describe the scene in English silently. This is good practice for speaking and thinking in English. The future of farmers markets. Will farmers markets become more important in the future? No one knows for sure. But many people think they will continue to grow. Some cities already plan special areas for markets. They build strong roofs so markets can open in winter too. They create better transport so farmers can come more easily. Technology also helps. Some markets now use apps. They tell people what products are available today. They show which farmers are coming. Some farmers accept mobile payments instead of cash. So farmers markets are both old and new. They have a long history, but they also change with modern life. Review of key ideas. Let's review what we learned today. A farmer's market is a place where farmers and small producers sell food directly to customers. At a farmer's market, you can buy fresh seasonal products like fruit, vegetables, bread, cheese, eggs, and honey. Farmers markets are different from supermarkets because the food is often more local and fresh, and the atmosphere is more social. Farmers markets are growing in cities because people want fresh food, want to support local farmers, care about the environment, and enjoy the experience. Markets can change city life by bringing people together, helping small businesses, and teaching about seasons. There are some challenges, like higher prices, bad weather, and limited opening times. Markets around the world are different, but the basic idea is the same. People like to buy fresh food directly from producers. Your small action. If you can, visit a farmer's market in your area. Even if you do not buy much, just walk around. Look at the colors. Listen to the sounds. Try to describe what you see in English, even just in your mind. This way, you can enjoy food, discover local life, and also practice English. Thank you for listening to Kuma English Listening Hub. If you enjoyed this episode, listen again. The second time, you will understand more. You can also shadow the audio. This means you listen and speak at the same time. It is very good practice for your pronunciation and rhythm. See you next time for another English listening journey.